here. Let's see if we can get this Radio Master thing to connect up to the speedybee. I happen to have the app installed on two phones. I've got it on the iPhone 6 and on the iPhone 5, the original. They look completely different. They're different apps. So hopefully if one fails, the other will succeed. And that's all I care about. At least one of them will work. We've got the Radio Master Zorro right here. And we do have the speedybee with its battery. I do not know if it's the correct battery. I think this is a 3S battery, but it supported up to 4S, so one less S hopefully doesn't mean it bursts into flames like a vampire. Because that would not be good. That would not be good. So before we do any of that, there's a bunch of stickers here that I have to remove. We're in the car, so we're not going to be doing any flying today. That would be crazy. Because I just don't have the skills to fly in the car. At least not this little, this one here. It doesn't have self-leveling. So anyway, the parameter of this product have been set acro mode by default. Oh, that's not good. Please connect to speedybee app and follow the guidelines to bind your receiver before taking off. Well, yeah, I would expect to have to bind it before flying it, because otherwise I'm not sure how you would how would you fly it without binding it? It wouldn't turn on, would it? It might. I don't know. I'm always puzzled. And this one here is about to come off, so I might as well just read it since it's already off. It hopefully will make the reading easier, but we'll see. Okay. When this product is powered on, please do not remain stationary for a long time to avoid overheating VTX. To avoid overheating the VTX. So exclamation mark, and then it tells you to avoid it. I don't know. I'm just going to show you guys what it says. And Tim, please be nice about it. I don't know, is it in focus? You try to bring it closer or further away. I'm not sure what helps most. But I did attempt. I did attempt it. I removed the other one, which is here. So would you, if you want to read it yourselves, you could. I think that might work. I just hope that it sort of focuses well enough so that for posterity's sake, if somebody else watches the thing later, they'll be able to see. There is one more sticker back there, and I don't think that it's going to influence the performance of the flyer in here, so I'm going to leave it there. I usually don't remove things. Well, it might create a little bit of drag, but that's about it, really. It says this product only, oh man, only supports 4S batteries. Oh, what? How? I thought I bought this one as a 2S, 4S battery version. Why does it say that? Ah, that's bad. That kind of puts actually a huge piece of wood in the tire there, through the spokes of the wheel. So is that going to blow up if I put a 3S battery on it? Usually, when you put a 3S on a 4S, it still works. Because my Ishin, my good old Ishin Seagull, which is in collaboration with Atom RC, Flies with the 3S battery, no problem. It came with the 4S, so I don't know. Let's listen to Radio Master.
Welcome to HTX.
It welcomes us. And then you can see on there that it has a bunch of things. It's got Crossfire. Look, Crossfire. You excited? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'd like to be able to see further than like a couple of feet when I fly, which is usually the problem that I usually have, is I can't see very far on these goggles. These goggles are great, very comfortable for me because I don't wear glasses. If you wear glasses, you need to get Fat Sharks. Get yourself some Fat Sharks if you wear glasses. I don't need it. I'm very lucky. So I always thank whoever there is to thank for my luck of not needing glasses. But if you need glasses, you got to get yourself them Fat Sharks. So there we go. This here is the camera. And we probably need to take this off in order for the camera to see anything at all. Look at that camera. Looks cool. There we go. I'm going to throw that in there so we don't lose that bit. And we've got the speedybee app right here. So let me see. I'm going to press on the button over there that says Get Started, and we'll see what that does. And it... Ah, look at that. In the middle up there, it has... I'm not sure if that's visible at all, but it has the same drone, the speedybee Flex 25. So I'm going to press on that. And it says speedybee would like to connect to Bluetooth. So we're going to say, okay, fine. That's cool. That's cool. And then we're going to say Bluetooth is currently disabled. Why? Why, Apple? It's currently disabled, and yet, and if I go in the thingy there, it says that Bluetooth is on. It is not disabled, bruv. It is not disabled, bruv. Let me tell you something. I did not. Maybe it means is it disabled on the quad? Maybe it needs power. Give it power. So we'll just unstrap this thing real quick and stick a battery in there like this. And then when we try to connect it up, we will attempt to keep the motors away from stuff just in case it goes wild and decides to do stuff which it shouldn't. But just for the sake of it, we're going to try not to get in trouble. I don't know what the best way to do this is. I think that hopefully it won't destroy the car. There we go. It says that it says on the label right here that it says it only works with 4S. Well, it connected to something, so they lied. Or maybe not. Maybe it won't lift off, though. So we'll press the button that says OK over there. And we're going to go to search again. There's a thing called search again. Oh, look, it says found speedybee. And this is the reason why this drone is so cool. So I'm going to press connect. Because it says choose your crossfire device. Choose your crossfire device. Because I just don't want to deal with PCs anymore. And, you know, I can sit on the ground and work with the Surface Pro, but I can't sit on a desk anymore. So that's why we're doing the live streams for the flying while sitting on the floor. So here's the thing, though. It asks me which kind of crossfire system do I want to use. And I do not have the, what do you call that thing? The Tango. I do not have the Tango 2. I have the Radio Master. So I think it wants me to connect this thing right there, because that is the machine, at least that's what it looks like, that's on behind this. So I'm hoping that that's the case. So we're just going to go with that option and try it and say next. And then it says TBS Nano RX binding guide. It says take the Radio Master Zorro radio controller as an example. Well, yeah, that's exactly the one I got. The Crossfire Micro TX module has been installed on the back of the radio controller. Indeed it has. Long press the power button on the radio controller to power on and enter the main interface. If the screen shows warnings like failsafe not set, throttling, WAN ring, etc. during the boot process, you can press any key to skip. Okay. But what matters is it wants us to get into the main interface, and I think we're already there. It says create a new model for Flex 25. If use the existing model directly, please skip this step. I have no idea what that means. And in plain English, that means blah. Okay, so on the main interface, long press the MDL key to enter the main menu page on the model set interface. Roll the roller to move the cursor to a blank option. Then long press the enter key to pop up menu select. Oh my gosh, this is like, it's like an essay, brah. And wait, there's up to 5 steps. Okay, this is not just a one step. You see, this is why if I was the manufacturer, I just make it like a 1 step or a 2 step, but this is like a 5 step process to bind a thing. And I don't know. We're in the Radio Master. And by the time I figure out how this works, it probably ran out of battery over there. It also tells you not to keep the thing still for too long because the VTX might explode. So, or overheat. I don't know. While we're here, why don't we just check if we can connect up to the channel here. We'll turn on this thing. Power it on. Right now you see nothing. You see static. So what I'm going to do instead is going to press on search button over there. And look, nothing. It kind of sees something. Something. No. Oh. Right, the second it sees something, I press the button to refresh. That's how you do it. Yeah. I swear I had a clear image and then I pressed the button and it just lost it. This is what I was seeing before. Look at that. So it works. It works. The VTX is, this is what I tell you guys, which is so cool about all of these, what do you call them? Analog systems. Digital should be the same because it would help a lot of people who are worried about what are those pesky drone pilots doing and what are they looking at. Well, if they have one of these analog systems, well, then you can join the party and see exactly what they're doing. That is why I love analog, and people have turned to digital because, you know, they care about 2K, 3K, up to, I don't know, have we reached 8K now or something? I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah. But with all the Ks that they've got in digital, you can't see what they're doing. So if they're doing something nefarious, you're locked out. So, well, until hopefully somebody comes up with an intelligent way to allow for digital system to be seen by everybody. So that's how you would do it. Okay, so in here, what they were talking about is the MDL button, I think. This is probably it here. I'm going to guesstimate and press it. It says model number 1, Zorro. Then it has quad, delta, and heli. So it tells you could use a scroll wheel. No, whoa. But I think it wants you to go to like number 5 and do a new one. So that's what the gibberish it was talking about before. Let me reread that, because again, dyslexia is not a fun thing to have. I was so envious of my friend Milo, who ended up going to MIT, because he could read a page, and after he was done, he'd memorize the page. But that doesn't work for me. So it says, so on the main interface, long press the MDL. So we did that. To enter the main menu page on model set, and then, yeah, model cell, that's right. And then interface, roll to the roller to move the cursor to a blank option. Then long press the enter key. Where is the enter key? Enter key. Yeah. So the enter key is, there's tele, there's page up, page down, there's all kinds of stuff. But I don't see where it says enter key. And that not be good, as they say. As the new kids say, that not be good. But where is the enter key? Enter key, enter key. Is there an enter key that I'm not seeing somewhere? There's H underneath, there's G underneath. There's a scroll wheel up here that we didn't need to use, because that's fine. Actually, there's 2 of those. There's B, E, S, 1, S, 2, F, D, A, C. They just didn't give me an enter key, and it says just enter. But there's RTN, so maybe that's return. No. That just brought me back to Zorro up top. So return doesn't do it. No, and that got me out. So we're back to where we were before. We head down to one that is not used. Oh, create a model. So enter key is just press it down. Press it down, and then it says create a model, and I'm going to say yes, I guess. It says loading model. It says model 5. Fine, model 5 it is. Oh, man. It's the final brain cell. Shnee-noo-nee-noo. So then it created a model. Okay, good for it. To pop up the menu, select create model, then a new model is created. Create 3 switches: arm switch, flight mode switch, and buzzer switch. Currently, you only need to create 3. So these switches. Will bind them according in the later steps. What? To pop up the menu, select create model. Then a new model is created. Yes, we did. Which is why it says model 5. You can see here, it says model 5. It's beautiful. I love it. But then it says create 3 switches: arm switch, flight mode, and buzzer switch. So what does that mean? I just press on it again? No, because if you press it again, it says backup model, copy model, or move model, and we don't want any of that. Instead, we're going to press assist, which doesn't do any of that I want it to. Return. So return basically gets you out of the menu there. So if I press MD again, what does it do? It has model 5, and that's where we are. I just don't know what to do next, though. If I do a long press, nothing happens. If I click on it once, it tells me to either back up the model, to copy the model, or remove the model. And let me tell you something, I don't want to do any of those things. If I press on tele, it doesn't do anything. Page up does something else. Wait. Model name. There's a timer. Name, start, persist, minute, countdown, and silent. None of that. Let's go back to number, okay. Sys. Maybe if I press sys, that doesn't do anything. If I press on tele for a sec, that doesn't do anything. Does it just mean that it wants me to create another 2 models, or I'm just completely lost here? I should have watched the Captain Drone setup video, shouldn't I? That would have told me what to do better than what I'm trying to do here. There's buttons on the bottom that I can press. Do they do anything? None of that. It's just not doing anything. So what if I say copy? No, copy model isn't going to do. Move model is. Oh, okay. I can see what he means. It means just move it around. If I wanted to move it above Zorro or something, I could probably do that. But that's not what I want to do. I want to create switches. How do I create switches? How do I create switches? Come on. I've tried all the buttons and I'm completely lost, so. Let's look at the instructions once again. Maybe I missed something while I was just being stupid. So it talked about model cell, and we were there, interface. It says roll the roller to move the cursor to a blank option. We did that. Then long press the enter key, which we did. To pop up the menu, select create model, then a new model is created. Then it says 2.2, which is create 3 switches. Arm switch, flight mode switch, and buzzer switch. Currently, you only need to create these switches. We'll bind them, blah, 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 according to steps. It says press page key to enter the page mixes. Page key. Ah, there it is. Page key is down here. Press the page key. This takes too long, so I'm going to... I don't want to kill the VTX or the battery, so... I'm just going to give this a little pause. Because if it burns the VTX, I'm going to be so incredibly angry. Because they did tell me not to just leave it on there to do nothing. And the binding procedure took way longer than I wanted it to. So we're going to say... it takes me to model number over there. Let's see what that wants me to do. To mixes. Okay, so it takes me to the mixes. Scroll the roller to move the cursor to a blank channel. And press enter to enter setting page channel. Oh boy, this thing has like... Okay, so this thing has like a gazillion mode functions in there. Oh, it says control beep. It says, oh, did I press something wrong? I'm sure I pressed something wrong. Okay, Let's go back into MDL. Let's go back to, it says page. Page takes me to the thing. It says model name. Model name. We're going to call it Speedy. Was it Speedy? Why don't we just call it Flex 25? Let's see. And how would I call it Flex 25? What's okay, so you click on it and then you get numbers. Do we get letters too or just numbers? Okay, yeah, if you scroll enough, you'll get letters too. So we're going to call it, we're going to find the F. Okay, we got F. It's going to, no, how do I go back one? Okay. Oh, it's like trying to teach a refrigerator how to do the moonwalk. It's just not. Okay, so we got two letters. We got FL. Let's see if we can get an E. No, get back. Press the wrong button. This might take a while. And this is one of those situations where it's like, maybe it'd be cool if you could connect the LMNOP. Okay, I'm just gonna go with FL. We're gonna go with I was gonna go with Flex, but then I decided we're gonna go with FL and 25. Because yeah. Because numbers come first here in this system. So now you're hiding the numbers. Two. There, 2. And no, get back there, you. If I can't get 25, I'll just be lazy and go FL 25. Oh, brother. Okay, so we got it. Bam! So now it looks like F125 or 125, but do I care at this point? Not significantly. So that's it. We're good. We're gonna say that yes, this is what we. Well, it went. Okay. And if we want to save it, what would be the special button that we press? No. How do I... This is like Doom. Yes, I just want to retain the information that I put in. End of story. So then we go... No, okay. Page up. Oh my god, this thing is... It's so fun. It's so fun. So then it says move the cursor to the press, blah, 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 toggle, switch to use, create the 2 switches. So we went to page, mixes, scroll the roller to move the cursor to a blank channel, press enter to enter setting page of the channel, move the cursor to source, and press enter key to enter setting state. The cursor will blink. Toggle the switch you want to use on the radio controller. The radio will recognize the switch number you toggled, then press enter to finish the creation of the switch. Okay, my brain is blown. It's blown. It's blown. So we have timer. We already fixed the name of the model. Start, persist, minute, countdown. Timer. Timer 2, name start. Persist, minute, countdown. So it has a bunch of these things, so I'm not exactly sure what it's asking me to do here. Filter, internal F, external F, trainer, ADC filter, internal F, beep, T, pot warn, CTR beep function, trims. I don't want to touch any of the trims. How about we just go back to return? This thing is really, I mean, this is really, I'm gonna have to watch Captain Drone's explanation, because I'm sure that that one will help me out. I was hoping I could just wing it on here, just by going with the instructions that come on this, but you know, I don't think so. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. At least we know that the VTX works. Let's try it one more time. I hope I didn't burn the VTX by being stupid and just leaving it flat, because it tells you not to do that. And it's quite hot today in the car, so let's turn on this thing and make sure that the VTX was not burned to shreds. And it looks like it's fine. It's fine. But the rest of the pairing I'm going to have to do in my own time, because I don't want to burn the VTX by just leaving it on there and taking 20 years to do something that most people, as I like to explain, most people would have done it by now. It would have been all ready to go, armed and stuff. But, you know, it's me we're talking about, so I'm glad that we got this far. It's probably better than I would have done 10, 15 years ago. So there was some improvements, but not much. But at least we know that this on the iPhone 6 will work, so that's good. Yeah, well, once we get all that set up on the Radio Master, because that's really the hiccup right here. That's the bottleneck that is the problem. Then after I do a bunch of research and watch Captain Drone's setup and maybe some other setups that are being done, so I think his usually is the one that helps a lot. Sometimes Drone Camps RC, sometimes Joshua Bardwell, and a bunch of others that you guys see on that famous wall that I put behind all my videos. There's a lot of good stuff there. Albert Kim, I think. Anyway, so just go through that, and yeah, next time I'll have the Radio Master ready, so then we can press the next part of this and hopefully bind it, so then we can fly it. I would love to be able to fly it, but at least we can say one good thing for this. I'm not worrying about having to attach to the PC and install in and sitting on a uncomfortable chair and all that stuff. So that is definitely awesome. And that's also why I was trying to get that speedybee adapter, so that I could do the same thing with all the other drones that I've got. But for some reason, the guy that I bought it from on eBay is not responding, and eBay no longer has a chat system that I can use to contact them. So I'm just waiting on robotics and algorithms to do their part. So I'm hoping that at some point, by the end of the month maybe, we'll get the speedybee adapter for the rest of the drones, and we'll be able to fix at least the output on the VTXs on a lot of these cool drones, so that I can see a little bit further than 5 feet. And so hopefully we'll get a little bit better videos. I don't need a lot. Like I always say, like maybe like one basketball court distance is good enough for me to I can actually show you guys cool things here in Irvine, California, Woodbridge. Just show you some, you know, the usual stuff that I do with DJI. I'd like to be able to do with this, because with this I can attach a cool camera on top that's like VR and stuff, and maybe we'll get some cool videos of the water and the lake and stuff. So anywho, that is the plan. Whether we'll be able to do it or not, it all depends on whether technology wants to play ball or not. And in some cases it does, and I'm ecstatic when it does. So let's turn off the Radio Master. And yeah, progress is always better than not progress. So we had some progress today. I'm happy about it, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for showing up and supporting. I'll see you.